crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, but don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity.
And every time I listen to that song,
We do nothing.
it reinforces
Our hope floats away.
my belief that if we aren't an involved society, if we are not
Get up off
involved
of that
in this democracy,
thing. When it's
then it will not stand. We have been watching and continuing to watch an attack
in November.
on this democracy, and it's not letting up. It's still here.
Vote.
The most important thing you can do, baby, is vote. Make sure your vote counts. Do whatever it takes. Jump over whatever hurdle you have to make sure that you're ready this November. Because that's the name of the game, baby. Get out and vote. It's what saved us last time, and it's what can save us again. But to do that, we need your participation. Anyway, Jeff Curry was the first one to jump in, followed by the remixtress, baby. Thank you for being here. Dorothy Tyndall and Tracy Tobias are here. Thank you all. Bruce Preston, thank you. Riley's here. Jan Beats. Kelly K. Duncan. There she is. Jeanette Miller's here. Thank you. Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton are both there. Going to Chicago. Woo. Oh, 2 dead company cops. Are you shitting me? Going to... Hey, Jay. Just to let you know, buddy, one of my specialties is carrying bags. I carry bags all the way to frickin' Chicago to a concert. Carol Gillens is here. Thank you very much. Michael Falbister. Randy Peterson. Woo, pig. Buddy, I'm backlogged. I got to call you. Paula Gibson's here. Thank you very much. Let me get on down here. Lorraine Barrett, thank you. Thank you for being here. Let me get over and down here. Curtis Woods here. Thank you. And Dennis Utenreiner. Big Johnson's in the room. And damn, Greg Talbert, you ain't figured that thing out yet? Damn, buddy, I need you in here. I've been on the phone with him trying to get his Discord all fixed up. Anyway, it's Tuesday, baby. Tuesday, time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I hope, and I'm pretty sure most of you out there, if you were not having to work or something like that, saw the hearings today. Because I did. I sat down and watched every damn minute of it. And, point by point, watching everybody get up there on the stand and testify in front of Congress. And again, reminding you that these are all Republicans. These are nothing but Republicans. God-fearing, Bible-thumping Republicans, baby. Diehards. Diehards. But boy, howdy shit. Boy, howdy shit. What we saw today Boy, howdy shit, I'm struggling, baby. Got so much going through my mind. But watching today's hearings, knowing, hey, like I said before, let me get my head right. What we've said before, this is shit we know. We already know everything here. He's a crook, he's a liar, he's a cheat, he's everything that we've ever thought him to be. Except now we get to see the evidence of a direct assault, a knowing assault on our election. He didn't give a shit about the law. He didn't give a shit about votes. He won. That's it. That's the only answer he wanted from anybody. You win, boss. That's it. We all give up. You win. Are you shitting me? The disgusting little turd is still out there saying the same thing today. He won. He won. He'll say it until his dying day because he's a scumbag cockroach. He'll lie until his last breath just to make you think he's something he's not. That's the game he's always played, to be something you're really not. He doesn't own buildings all over the world. He sold his name, all right? He sold his name. He conned people into believing it meant something. Nowadays, exactly what it means. From 6 years ago when I started this shit, the word Trump means shit. It means crap. It means fecal matter, just smeared everywhere. People get it on him, and a lot of people got it on him. You know, I'm really hoping, beyond hope, that the words in that hearing today were echoed throughout that congressional hallway. Because I'll tell you what, baby, there's a whole lot of Republicans over there. I'm thinking, you know, it's time to cut bait or fish, man. It's time to either make your choice. Which side of this show are you gonna just hold yourself to? Are you gonna stick with this lying, stinking shit and try to protect him and try to rig the next election? Or are you gonna find some decency within you? Jim Jordan, Mo Brooks, Ron Johnson, you know, Republicans, baby, that are in our house. They know what they did, and we're all seeing what they did and what they're willing to do, baby. And that's the thing. There's the rub. What they're willing to do, baby, because they ain't give this shit up. What we're hearing today, the evidence that we're seeing, the evidence of criminal, intentional behavior. He knew what he was doing. He didn't give a shit. Right down to the point of personal liberties, calling out individual citizens, having their lives impacted in a way that is damn well frightening for any of us. He unleashed a mob, and he really didn't give a shit if Lady Ruby got hurt or if Mike Pence got hanged. It was all for the glory of him. And that's what the Republicans see in him, a god. Or these maggots. I've seen Republicans. I've seen good Republicans. They're not all maggots. I understand that. But what's that old saying, when you sleep with dogs you get fleas, or something like that? You know, that Trump shit is smeared all over him. Jim Jordan, what's he gonna do? What is Lindsey gonna do? Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz. Name one. What are they gonna do, baby? When the truth is just smeared right out there in front of God and everybody. We all see how this went down. We all see what happened. And yet they want to continue to support him. They are positioning themselves for 2024. Look at the list of candidates that we've seen. Trumpers, deluxe, election deniers trying to get elected into key positions, baby. So next time there won't be any disagreement. Next time they'll just declare it, baby. What are you gonna do? That's what I mean. It's a continuing threat, baby. It's not just today. It's every day. And it's gonna. The question is, just how far are they willing to take this? You know, we're already being warned by Homeland Security. Be on the guard for more internal violence within our country. the closer we get to the midterms. Coincidence? I don't think so. I've been saying it for a while. He's not holding political rallies. He's holding recruitment events, trying to form an army, baby. You know, so next time they won't get away with stealing our vote. And nothing was stolen. The dignity of our country. I think that's what was stolen. What we look like on the world stage now. Damn near a third world country figuring out, are we gonna, our next election gonna stand, or are we gonna have to face a violent mob, an insurrection? They're not done yet, baby. Not the diehard, not the little maggots. They're not done. I don't believe any of this stuff they heard today on the TV. Not a word, baby. The only thing they believe is Donnie. And Donnie's the one we have to deal with. We deal with him now, or we're going to have to deal with him in 24. It's America's choice right now. I'd say it's the Department of Justice to stand up and do the right thing. The fear is that, oh, the maggots are going to go crazy if we charge him with a crime. So what is the answer to that? That we just let him walk away with it? Thinking, what was it? Oh, Susan Collins said, I think he learned his lesson. No, he didn't learn his lesson. The lesson he learned is he can try harder next time. He can try to get more maggots involved, and that's what he's doing now. That's what he's doing now, baby. Yeah, Jess Coggins just reminded me. Look at my own state. The state of Texas, Republican Party. Are you shitting me? I am so embarrassed. You know, my kids came back from California just happy as a lark. People were friendly. They enjoyed it out there tremendously. It's so disappointing to have them come home to this house. Baby, this is not an accepting neighborhood. Yep. State of Texas doesn't believe in this election, not the Republican Party. Oh, shit, we don't. No. Donald Trump won, and that's it. We're going to hold our breath until it's so. You know, this disgusting group in Texas that passed their platform to deny the election that we had, that Joe Biden isn't a legitimate president. Oh, they had a lot to say about a lot of things. All of it embarrassing. Embarrassing that they're Texans, embarrassing that they're Americans, baby. That these are Americans. Born and raised in this country. It is. Yeah, there's a lot of people choosing not to watch these elections. There's a lot of people that are going to stick their head in the sand. No, I don't hear it. Go Trump. Go Trump. Trump 2020. I don't have to go far, baby. It's there. It's there. And it saddens my heart. It saddens my heart because I don't look anybody supporting this piece of scum who put a dark cloud on this country that's going to last for a while, who shamed our own history. That guy? I'm sorry, baby. I don't consider you a patriot. I don't. You're an American. You have your rights. You have a right to be stupid. You have a right to turn your back on the country that gives you so much. I don't know, Bellica. What do you think, baby? I like your attitude, baby. You start off with hugs and bluebirds dancing all around and, all that stuff. Bellica, are you there, darling? Uh-oh. No, Bellica is not there. I don't know what happened to Bellica, but Discord, sometimes it really messes up. Misha Chick, are you there?
I am here, John.
How are you doing, dear?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I listened to the hearing today on the committee, and I am pretty pissed off. I thought I knew all of the stuff going into it, but I had forgotten about these ladies in
Indeed.
Georgia.
Indeed. And
And
it was a refreshing walk down memory lane. Plus, we learned a whole lot new more stuff.
well, and the idea that they have more spine than all of the GOP put together by getting in that room and telling people what has been happening to them. And
Right.
because they're standing there saying that, they're probably going to get more recrimination against them.
Yes. Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, but they're so brave. So
Yeah,
brave.
so brave. Yeah,
I'm
I
so
want
proud.
to give like Ratzenberger and who was it? It was Bowler, Ratzenberger, Sterling were the three that testified up there today. Uh, I want to give them credit for what they did. But I'm not, you have to
Not
remind
that much,
yourself.
but
Yeah, not that much. Ratzenberger was there when they passed all these laws. You can't even give water in line in Georgia and all that shit. He was involved in all that crap. No, he's not Mr. Hero, but there
yeah.
was a line. There was a bridge that was too far. And he saw the handwriting on the wall of what he wanted, what Trump wanted him to do. So, Brad just figured, no, I ain't doing that. Let me catch up real quick here. And I'm going to show my ignorance because I don't know what. Yelly Man came in with a 60 Nook. I don't know what that is. What is that? NOK? Somebody help me out there real quick.
No.
Donation and said, it is disgusting to see how Trump has been behaving for years. He should be in prison. Oh, amen. He should have been in prison years and years and years and years ago for other shit he's done in his life. But we waited until he run this country into, yeah, I'm right there, baby. He should be in prison. And Maria Betancourt came in with a $5 donation and said, when people realize that Trumpers are only for Trump because he represents racism. We have a very intuitive family here, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see that in him. It's who his daddy was. It's who he is. It reeks of it. Well, you can't prove he's a racist. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm not going to a court of law to prove shit. I don't have to. All I have to do is look at him and listen to him. He's a
I don't
lying,
even think he
stinking
cares
shit.
about being a racist. I think it's more about whatever tool works for him to get whoever he wants to do what he wants.
In the
So if
moment.
he's got to say something racist, he will. Yeah.
In the moment, he will say whatever it takes to get
Well,
people to do whatever the hell he wants. He's a mobster. He acts just like
he's
one.
an artist.
That's why they always talk about he doesn't sign anything. There's no paperwork trail to him. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's verbal shit, and I can't wait to hear more about who's going to explain what it was that Mark Meadows was burning in the fireplace. I can just see Mark over there.
Wasn't incense. I know that
Yeah,
much.
no, I don't think so, baby. I don't think he was trying to make the room smell better or anything. But it speaks to he was concerned. They all should be right now. The ones that they have been subpoenaed and have not come forward. And I think.
And the idea that some of these people recorded their telephone conversations with him.
I'd be a little nervous.
And they still have. Yeah.
If you're going in there to talk to the committee, you have to wonder what they know about you before you walk in the door. So yeah. That's the deal here. You can't go in there and lie. You can't, because you're you're in front of God and everybody, baby. You're on camera, you're under oath, all that stuff. Of course, that oath stuff. Some of them Republicans don't really believe in that stuff anyway. That's just words.
Some of them do have a line.
They do, and it's their ass. When their ass is on the line, then yeah. And I think that's what happened with Brad Ratzenberger. It's his ass was on the line, and you have to remember that Brad knew he was being recorded. Donnie didn't know Brad was recording him at the time of that call. Brad knew it.
Right.
Yeah, he's not going to incriminate his ass. He's going to hold to his guns, and that's exactly what happened. Thank goodness. But look at the result for some of the people. You know, Lady Ruby, when she was up there talking on her deposition, man, that's heartbreaking, baby. That's heartbreaking.
It is.
It is. And that's what they're willing to do. That's what these Trumpers are willing to do. By violence, they will take. What do you think they would have done if they would have got hold of her when those people came? When the people came in that lady's, her grandmother's house, looking for him to make.
It was her
citizen,
grandmother's house.
Yes, it was grandmother's house.
God.
Saying they wanted to make a citizen's arrest. Really? Really? What do you think they would have done? What do you think they would have done to Mike Pence had they gotten their hands on him in those halls?
Talking about some kind of privilege there in terms of just thinking you can walk up to somebody's door, knock on it, and say, I'm making a citizen's arrest.
I'm making a citizen's arrest. I'm coming in. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest doing that at my house. You might not get the same result. Let me thank Nana Lovely, Tammy Ames, who came in with a $5 donation and said, the facts are so disturbing, but Schiff looks very presidential as he did during the impeachment hearings. Schiff 2024, belated happy Father's Day. Thank you, Tammy. Schiff's got his shift together. That's what I see. He's we'll see what's going to happen, because there's talk about what's going to happen in 24, so we don't know yet. We're going to wait and see. No, I guess not, Bill. Anyway,
what was the name of the guy from Arizona?
That was Rusty Bauer. Rusty Bauer, and that's the one who had his daughter-in-law. She's widowed. His son died.
That's
his widow. Yeah, mob outside of her house, man, threatening her.
Sheesh.
What it is. That's what I say. When he's not looking for a political rally, you saw him at that Christian whatever it is, that thing he had in Tennessee, the faith and freedom and all that stuff, that bullshit they're trying to sell. Are you shitting me? You stand up on that.
He'll show up at anything with his name on it.
I would not anything with his name. I wouldn't. That's how come I don't believe is because there should have been a freaking lightning bolt come from. Yeah, if there would have been. And thank you, Martha Smart, for Bernadette Pre. Fuck Trump. Indeed, baby, indeed. I am. I'm just so frustrated with it, though. I mean, because, like I say, this is just reinforcing what we already know. What us on the Democratic side know. That we had a free and fair election. That he lost. And he's just whining. But this insurrection shit, this wasn't done in a vacuum. And I keep, every time I hear the committee meeting and they're wrapping up, I'm hearing that plea to those, without saying their names, come clean now. And I know he's talking to those congressmen in that hallway. That's who he's talking to. Come forward now, baby. We got dirt on your ass. What are you going to do? Make us come out here and rub your nose in it? Because that's what it's going to take. And I think that's exactly what they should do.
I can tell him where his lost went. They told him where his lost votes went today. I don't know if anybody caught when they were rattling off the exact amounts. There was 28,000 Republican cast ballots that left off the president. They just didn't vote for the president.
Yes. Indeed, yes.
That's
as a
where
matter
his
of fact,
votes
they were
went.
saying
They did not vote for him.
Other state races on that ballot were counted higher than the total for Trump. So yeah, the voters were there. It's just that I keep, and I do. I sometimes try to remind myself that not all Republicans have swallowed the hook, line, and sinker and everything and are just gone Trump or Matt. I still know some conservatives that don't think that think he was an embarrassment to this country, but they like his policies. I can't fucking stand that shit when they say that. Really? You liked his policies, so fuck America and let's burn it down so long as, we make a few extra bucks. That's what that sentence means to me. Go ahead.
That means their stock is doing fine, is what that means.
Yeah. Lord, if there is one thing that we need in this country is a freaking law that says congressmen, senators, and et al. Family cannot participate in the stock market while you're in office. It's just that I don't know, what could be simpler for this country to understand that they're making money hand over fist. There's not a poor congressman or a poor senator. The longer they're there, the richer they get, baby. Velica, did you make it
their
in here?
votes
Hi,
mostly
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Velica. How are you, darling?
I'm okay.
Good.
I had the January 6th on my phone because it was live on my phone. I had
Right.
to make a run. Thank goodness for earphones that are Bluetooth. So as I was out doing my shopping, I was listening to the January 6th.
Right.
And what got me was how, pardon my French, how much of a fucking coward these GOP are by attacking. And I'm going to say verbally attacking.
Yeah.
They're attacking this woman and her mom.
Indeed.
These threats. She couldn't even go out the door.
It's a sad statement.
And they busted through her grandma's house? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, and look at what.
No, don't be sorry.
No, don't be. What is that? Shay Moss said it well. That her life has changed forever. She doesn't want to go out of the house anymore. She's afraid when she goes to the grocery store. And think about it. That's her community, baby. Those are local people that were coming to her house. So she knows every time she leaves the house, they're there. Ain't nobody left. I would feel the same way.
Isn't that the definition of being a terrorist? All
Indeed.
about by terrorizing
yes.
people?
It's
Yes.
exactly what they did, and it's okay with him. That's the sad part of this is I don't see any Republicans standing up saying stop this shit.
No.
I don't see anybody on the other side demanding that we give this shit up.
They drag them in.
Yeah.
They have to literally dragging them in, kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
That's just disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't even, and I hate to say this, but I'm so embarrassed to call myself American because of this shit.
No, baby, be proud to call yourself an American because Americans are standing up for. That's how come we're having this hearing. That's how come this is all bringing to light is because there is Americans out there that are willing to stand up. These guys, Brad Ratzenberger and all them, they may have sucked before. They were Republicans. Of course they sucked. We don't agree with what they tried to do, but we were trying to do it like yeah.
They're trying to save face right
Yeah.
now.
Well, right now their ass is on the line. So when your ass is on the line, well, things better you better get your ditty bag together. Get all your shit together because they're
you better get all your ducks in order.
I'm telling you, but the loudest thing I'm hearing is the silence from the Republican Party, from the Republicans in the House. Are you shitting me? With so much coming to light, how can they continue with any dignity at all, even to show up at work, baby? Even to show up in the halls of Congress, you disgusting traitors, you. That's the way I look at them. Mr. Hobbita Jim Jordan, did you talk to the president? Well, I don't know, jibbity. It's bullshit. They're all a bunch of freaking liars. I got his ass right here.
Unfortunately, he's my congressman. He
I know it.
sucks.
Listen to. Oh, you can't hear that. You can't hear that, can you?
I spoke with him that day.
That day?
After?
That
I
day?
think after.
After?
I don't know if I
Before?
spoke with him in the morning.
After? I don't know. I was crawling up his ass. I didn't know if it was day or light. Was it dark or light? I don't know. I was so far up his ass I couldn't see. That's what Jim Jordan is saying. And I am. that Martha
I think
Olivera, when Lady
Bozo
Ruby
kind
said she was
keeping his
there,
head low.
any president of the United States, I said of him standing on every U.S. and nailed it for Trump. A president's, yeah, when she referenced the fact that a president's supposed to protect all Americans, not single one out to attack, and they were willing, if anything would have happened to her, you think Trump would have said anything? No. No.
Wouldn't have been his fault.
If
He didn't do nothing.
something would have happened to Mike Pence that day, or Nancy Pelosi, had they gotten hold of Nancy Pelosi, what would he have said? Well, look at these the American people.
Well,
They're
we got rid of her. We got her.
Yeah.
And she is now tried as a traitor.
They would try and
we will
execute
try her again as a traitor.
right there on that on the lawn of in front of the Capitol, where those gallows were. And you always have to ask yourself, who brought that shit? Who brought the lumber for the gallows? Whose idea was that? You disgusting pigs. I am. There is so much going on in John's life that y'all, man. But I love this street. I love my house. I love my river. And it's not what it used to be to me anymore. I mean, I don't look out my window down the road and see the same thing I used to see. My whole paradigm has shifted. I want so much to live in that world where we all pay attention to politics, but it didn't consume us and we weren't divided like this. But it's not that way anymore. It's not that way anymore, man. This is but it just reaffirms my belief that if democracy is what it is, and if every voice matters, then yours matters. Mine matters. And for as bad as they were, the ones that stood there on that testified today, when they found that bridge that they wouldn't cross, I'm glad they did, baby, because that's where we're at. There's certain things we're not going to do against our neighbor or against our country. But our world has changed, and that's what I'm worried about. I am worried about the 22 midterms. But I am so worried about 24, baby. That's how come I say we deal with this shit now, or it's coming back. And when it comes back, it's going to change history. And our country needs to do exactly what those Republicans are doing now. Stand up and tell the truth. Stand up and do the right thing. That's what you got to do.
They still have a chance. Still have a chance. They could still do it.
They could. But our institutions, too, the Department of Justice needs to look at this and do the right thing now. Well, we can't charge him because that'll piss people off. Fuck that shit. Some people, they're going to get pissed off. They're already pissed off.
The nice part about the committee, though, is they're doing all the hard work for them.
Yeah.
They're doing all in depth. They've been doing it for 2 years.
The Department of Justice has a whole lot more irons in the fire than what we're seeing. Let me take a minute to yell out a quick thank you to Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong. Thank you very much. Came in with a $10 donation and said, I was sickened by the testimony today. A volunteer service, and now they suffer from PTSD. There had better be consequences. I even felt sorry for the Republicans that went through it. It was devastating. And it was an attack on a poll worker, a volunteer, somebody who's being a good citizen to stand up and help their community. No pay, man. That's a voluntary job. You put yourself through all that shit. And to be shit on by the President of the United States, to be attacked by mobs outside your door because they think you stole the election personally. I don't know how she's ever, yes, PTSD is, she's going to suffer through that shit the rest of her life. She's not going to want to. Yes, she'll never get over that. If they would have got hold of her, what do you think they would have done? We all know what they would have done. We all know. Thank you to Maria Betancourt, who came in with $5 and said McConnell ordered protection for Kavanaugh when protesters were in front of his house. but didn't care about the two ladies that were threatened. Yeah, there you go. Hey, why don't we just tell them Supreme Court justices, wear a pistol? That's what you're asking all the teachers to do. Just arm yourself, and if anybody comes, you can shoot them out there. It's a sick fucking world we live in sometimes when you stop and look at it. And it is, and if it wasn't for the people, I swear, if it wasn't for people like you, the people that are involved in this and that are staying informed and stay concerned about their society, about their democracy, if it wasn't for y'all, baby, shit, I don't know what I'd do. But that's the thought. I call myself a blue dot in Texas, just a little dot in Texas. I'm just a little dot. But oh my God, there are so many dots. There's so many.
We can make an ocean with all those dots.
I mean, to tell you, you could make a wave with those dots, couldn't you? And that's what we need,
Yep.
baby. And I've always said it from the beginning. You don't have to know my name, listen to this show, or have anything to do with it to be a blue dot. Those blue dots are scattered all over this country, and indeed around the world, because there's people that give a shit, that want to see a progressive country where we start taking care of the people that live in it instead of just taking care of the wealthy, making sure the corporations have all the tax benefits and easy runway to fly down. If it weren't for the Democrats, if it weren't for progressives, and I mean that throughout history, baby, if it weren't for those people that were fighting for the American public, then we wouldn't have the things that we have now. But somebody fought for them, and we can do no less in our lives. I don't know. Wishy-washy, or
Yeah.
I don't know what I am. A dreamer.
Well, I don't know. I know this past president sort of opened up for all the schoolyard bullies to come together as adults and continue to be bullies. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
He's allowed that
You know,
type of mind.
yeah.
And adult bullies have weapons
That's the
and
scary
are
part
very
of it.
intimidating.
You know, that's the scary part of it. Is
I can't tell one person from another when they're carrying a weapon, whether they're the good guy or the bad guy.
no, you don't
They're just
know.
a guy with a weapon.
You shouldn't be nervous on both. You know, that's
Yep.
the sad part of it is you get into this cycle of you hear the news about all the gun violence, and you hear everybody's buying a gun, and you think, well, shit, I got to get a gun because everybody else has a gun. And here we are. Here we are,
And
man.
here we
And
are.
it's like, really? It's self-fulfilling prophecy. We're driving the engine, baby. I don't know
Yeah.
the answer. I wish I did. I wish I could sit here and say, well, this is going to happen. This is what we need. I'm just like everybody else out here trying to make sense of all the madness you see every day, and wonder why things that are clear as a bell, like what we're seeing now, can't be acted upon by those that we rely on. I am really putting all my eggs in one basket that the Department of Justice is paying attention, baby. That Merrick
I
Garland is
think
going to
they
do
are.
something. I want to think they are. I really do.
I want to think that they're taking their quiet time because they want it to stick. You
Yeah.
know?
That's what I'm thinking.
We
because,
watched a couple of
Yeah.
failed impeachments, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they were impeachments. They just, we have a Republican
Well,
Party
they
that's
didn't-
not going to convict him for anything.
Right.
And I really hope that through this all, that's what, it's not only Donald Trump's failure that I want written in the history books. I want it to be the failure of a political party. I want it to be the story of how they gave up on American justice and decided to follow a fascist dictator. How did they do that? Because that's what's going in my book in the history books. I want to thank Timothy.
For the party that cries, oops, go ahead.
Yeah, let me thank Timothy for coming in with a $10 donation. Timothy, thank you all very much for these donations. I can't say thank you enough, baby. It is what pays the bills, and so yeah, Anytime we get a donation in those through our Patreon, we are so thankful for. You were saying? Wait a minute. You were saying?
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. But no, I knew what you were going to go for. I knew the area you were going for because what you said. What did you say?
I don't know. I lost.
All right, let's go to the tape. Let's read. No, I can't do that live. No, but it was good because I knew what direction you were going to go in, and then I screwed it up. And let me thank Susan
That's okay.
Fugit for coming in. Lisa, thank you for coming in with a $5 donation and said, thank you, Blue Dot family. No, baby, thank you for being in this. That's Lisa, thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you for being in this. This is this is it. This is the family, baby. This group that we have formed here. That's what this is about. I am a moderator. That's what I am. I come in here. I'm the guy with the camera who turns it on. This conversation that goes on in here, baby, this is the family. This is what happens when we get, and I see so much going on in that chat all the time. I'm so thankful for every member in this family, and yeah, just keep it going, baby. That's all it is. It's not about any one of us. It's about all of us, and that's the part we have to keep in mind. It's not about any one of us. It's about all of us. And
Oh, I think I know where I'm going.
I don't know where my mind is going in 100 directions right now. I've got so much on my mind right now. It's not even funny.
It's the destruction of the true Republican Party. They've been infiltrated by this weird shit, and we need them to fight it themselves, or they're going to lose their own party.
Well,
it's going to just implode.
I would rather see, instead of a referral from this committee to the Department of Justice, that Donnie broke X, Y, and Z laws and you need to charge him. I want to see that come from the Department of Justice organically, from itself, as it should be. Because we all are seeing these hearings. We are all seeing evidence provided that he knew he lost. He knew what he was doing. He was trying to form various plans, including to send fake electors to Congress and trying to carry that out and going as far as promoting a violent insurrection. If we don't hold him to account and those that conspired with him to do that, then do we really have a justice system, or do we just have a system to nab minor pot smokers or
It's anything goes if they let this. Yeah, anything goes.
Anything goes. But the thing I've always remembered is, and I can't remember who said it. It was the Lord when I was a kid. It was some politician or I don't know. A man with a briefcase can steal a whole lot more money than a man with a gun. And we have a whole lot of them in Congress. I don't know. I want to thank Lopaka334 who came in with a $2 donation. Thank you very much. Every dime counts, baby. We appreciate it very much. Yeah. So where are we? What are we gonna do when 22 comes? What are we gonna do when 24 comes?
We're gonna vote.
There you go, baby. That's what it's all about.
Vote blue, no matter who.
Vote blue, no matter who. We've got a long way to go. Shit. Every time I listen to the TV or something, I'm hearing some bullshit mouth up there telling me how wonderful the Republicans look for the midterms. I'm just so sick of it, David. I just want to throw a shoe at the TV. Shut up. I
was encouraged today.
What? Give us something encouraging.
Because the select committee is drawing a clear narrative. They're not pulling any punches when they're saying that Donald Trump knew what he was doing was illegal and went ahead and did it.
Yes.
And they're repeated that message, and it's led to some horrific things to some people. Not just the government officials who ended up being so terribly harassed, it also uncovers another thing too that I'm glad they're starting to recognize. The
What's that?
Republican Party is not rational. We can't reason with them. We can't look to them and
Yeah, they fell off the gut wagon a while ago, buddy.
yeah.
You know,
We're seeing is any decent Republican left long before this got to this point. I'm glad some have seen, have chosen to testify to the truth under oath. That's nice.
that's
I'm glad
great.
they don't.
But you're not seeing a reflection of that in the news with, like you say, other congressmen or other senators, Republican of nature, coming out and saying anything.
But they're lockstep over. I kind of understand the mentality. It goes back to, Reagan's famous quote of Republicans don't criticize Republicans, so they're all in lockstep with each other.
Yeah, but I'm looking at more of Americans standing up.
There's a weakness to that too.
Yeah.
They can be quietly complacent too.
Yes, they can.
Sure.
Silence says a lot.
A lot of people were watching today. A lot of people have watched every day. There is a genuine interest to this. This all encourages me.
Yeah. And I hope that continues and increases. The Watergate hearings didn't start out, big time. It wasn't until it started getting juicy, everybody said, well, what? 18 minutes of what tape missing? What? It was as Nixon's trial progressed, the Watergate hearings progressed, the Republicans finally came around. That's what and I distinctly remember that. He was my president when I was serving in the Navy when I first joined.
Nixon?
Nixon. But it was the Republican Party that finally went to him and said, hey, this is enough of this bullshit. They caught you right here. Got your fucking ass on tape. You got to go. And they put him out. This time, we don't have that. We don't have patriotic Republicans that are standing up and going, hey, wait a minute now. There's a whole lot of evidence that you knew what you were doing and you still did it anyway. And you're really trying to cause harm to a whole lot of people based upon your pitiful lie. And it's the support that he's gotten from that side of the aisle that is just overwhelming. It speaks so loudly.
What has he got on them? I mean, why are they? It's like they're.
You would have to.
They're
think,
terrified. They're terrified.
A normal person would think that would be the first thought you'd go, well, he's got dirt on him. He's got dirt. He's got something on him. Why would they throw their own integrity in the ditch?
They can't turn around.
Yeah, their own integrity, their own reputation is just being soiled. They're getting crap, Trump shit smeared all over them, and you can't get rid of that smell. It stays on you. It stays on you. They're gonna walk into church. Everybody's gonna turn their head. What is that? Oh, Ron Johnson's come to church. Oh yeah, damn, it stinks in here. I don't know how any of them can stand up and show their face. Jim Jordan, really, Mo Brooks, Ron Johnson. Go down the list: Michael Cloud, Ted Cruz, John Cornyn. There's a list of them, man, that just, you embarrassed yourself, man. I don't know how in the hell they show their face. I really don't.
And what about that portion of our population that won't be watching this because they still think stop the steal?
Well, there's your maggot crowd. Now, the one thing we have to remember that is they're nowhere near 50% of this country. As a matter of fact, that die-hard, loudmouth are probably in their 20-something%. But a good 30% of our population has drank the Kool-Aid to a degree that we have to worry about them. Those are the people that really shouldn't be getting guns.
I'm only worried because they've been let loose and their behaviors aren't going to go away.
No.
They've been emboldened. And there they are.
I worry about the militarization of their party. That's what I worry about. Is their inability to stand up against the gun lobbyists and everything else that they have pushed. Who is that guy? I can't remember who it is. Who is the guy? Just had an ad. I was going to do a rant about him. I wrote it down somewhere. I can't remember his name right now. Come out with an ad. He's going to go rhino hunting, and he chambers around. We're going
Is that from
rhino. What's
Ohio?
his? Huh?
Is that from
Michigan,
Ohio, I think?
I can't remember now. I got a lot of them. Shit. Anyway, that guy.
Give me a
That
second,
guy.
I'll tell you.
Are you shitting me? Really? That's the mentality, though, that they're raising. That's what Dr. Oz is up there. They need your Second Amendment is for an over-intrusive government. I'm telling you, they're building an army,
John,
baby. Huh?
The guy's name is Eric Greitens
Right, that's him. That's
from Missouri, running for senator. Used to be governor.
Yeah.
Had to resign in disgrace because he was.
And something about taking pictures of a girlfriend
He sexually assaulted
tied
a
up.
coworker he was having an affair with.
and took
And then
pictures, right?
blackmailed her.
Yeah. Good God, fair.
A real prince among men
Red-blooded
there.
American Republican, baby. Take pictures. Yeah, pretty disgusting turd. But he's on the ballot, baby. He's on the ballot.
So
Yeah.
he's passed with flying colors for the
Yes,
MAGAs.
yeah, he's in there, man. That's okay. We don't mind that shit. She was probably into it too. No,
Yeah.
but
He
look
probably
at
liked
his
it.
ad though. He's cocking that. He's chambering around, man. Talking about they're going rhino hunting, and he's not talking about the ones with the horn on the front. He's talking about Republicans in name only. Rhinos. We're going rhino hunting. What's the message there, buddy? What are you gonna do with them when you see them?
He mixed in terms for humans within hunting terms.
Yeah.
You go out and bag something, but you don't have a bag limit. The bag starts to become closer to a reference to a body bag. They use some words in that just how that got approved to be put on the air. I have no
I
idea.
don't know. I don't
know.
know because it's full of so much innuendo of he's out hunting, and that's what they're promoting, man. That's what's scary about this is I get this overwhelming feeling they're raising an army, baby. They're not looking to win the vote. They've already been proven that the vote, you can't rely on that. Them Democrats, they cheat all the time. We've got to be ready to take it. And that's what they're pushing over there. And that little speech Donnie gave in Tennessee was just reinforcing that thought. Just how far are they willing to go? And the better question I keep asking myself is how far are we going to let this go? That's what I mean by, is Department of Justice going to step up and do something now and deal with the turmoil that we're going to have to go through by doing that? Or are we going to wait until 24, baby, when the result is going to be we install a king instead of a president? I'd rather deal with this shit now. I mean, every day the American people are seeing evidence of the crimes that he's committed against this country, about how he violated his oath of office, how he's violated every damn thing that he's touched.
Oaths don't mean anything to Donald Trump. Most sociopaths or psychopaths, whichever one he is, an oath is the only person they consider real in existence is themselves.
Oh, really? Wait a minute.
So Donnie doesn't show loyalty to anyone because he doesn't feel loyalty to anyone.
Really?
Oath doesn't mean anything to him.
Kelly K. Duncan said if you donate $25, you will get a rhino hunting license. Jesus, they'll eat their own. They'll eat their own.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
look
not
at who
Republican enough,
You used to compare him to the Taliban.
I do.
Who does the Taliban victimize now? They victimize their own people.
Yes, that's who the Republicans...
Especially the vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately this, if they were to get
in this country, as long as they're getting their vote and their money, they don't give a shit about anything else. They wave the flag and hold the Bible and talk about good God-fearing things, and then turn around and do the most disgusting things.
Well, and that's why it's hard to pin them down. The Christian fascists amongst them who basically want a theocracy.
Yes.
They're perfectly okay to sacrifice everything for the higher morality.
Yep. And they've lost their morality.
But they won't martyr themselves.
No.
They'll stop short of that.
They'll martyr your ass. Yeah, they're not going to martyr themselves.
Some of they're kind of hypocrites in what I mean, their own personal sins and vices don't bother them.
No.
So they'll. I mean, if you've read the *Handmaid's Tale*, is a good example of this. In there, the people left in charge still had their places to go and sin, to have their drinks, to have their women,
have their
things
fantasies.
Like well, it's just the nature of a repressed society is going to create this undercurrent, and they're okay with that.
Don't worry, they're going to come up with Westworld, and then everybody gets to go.
Well, who doesn't like a case sitcom, right?
Right. I don't know, David. I'm just so concerned nowadays, man.
I keep thinking we were going to reach a point of shaking off. We beat Trump.
Yeah.
And we hadn't beat Trumpism, but I thought that perhaps, and now it seems everything this committee is exposing for me is this thing went so much deeper and wider than I realized it. And how the hell are we going to track down everyone that was culpable in this?
Indeed. And what
there are
does that
thousands.
Look like? Thousands.
There are
Thousands across this country. Do you think anybody of the crowds in front of Lady Ruby's house or the guy's daughter out there in Arizona's house, standing out there with signs and guns?
With Lady Ruby and her daughter?
Yeah.
I guaranteed you racism was a big factor in that.
Yeah, you reckon?
Probably the biggest.
You reckon?
If they had not been two
what was
lovely ladies, lovely African American ladies, they would not have been treated. They might have tried, because I know they did it with other people too.
Well, what was the comment? Was it Rudy that made the comment about it looked like they were passing around crack or heroin when they were passing around the little mint things in the recording?
Yes.
She gave her a ginger mint.
Yeah, ginger mint.
They're passing crack around.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the videotape. Looked like crack or heroin to me.
So I remember who started Stop and Frisk, Rudy.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit. But it is.
Oh, Rudy.
That's what is so highlighted is the fact that he knew what he was doing, and that's a crime. That makes it a crime. This is not something like, I think I really truly believe in my heart that I won. No. He said over the phone to Reservoir he won by 400. I won by 400,000 votes. Really? We're up to 400,000 votes now. Really? Next week it'll be 1 million votes. The man's just a habitual, constant liar. And he wants everybody else to he lies, and he wants everybody else to swear to it. Oh, yeah, he said it. Look at there. It's goddamn true because Donnie said it. And it's just disgusting to watch a whole portion of our society be so stupid, blatantly ignorant, and I don't have to look far to see it.
You know what would be really sweet is if Shay and Ruby sued him for defamation.
Indeed. But I'm afraid they probably have to get in line. There's probably so many lawsuits against that jackass. I want the big one. I want to see him charged. And anything less than that, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. Because I don't want the conversation. I don't want the decision made through a paradigm of looking at it as well, if we do this, then there's consequences for charging a ex-president. No. It's upholding the law in the
There are more consequences for not charging.
More
There
than upholding
are more
the
consequences for not doing anything.
The law
He's taking down the integrity of what it means to be a president. He has destroyed that.
Yes, he is. He has, and continues to.
And that needs to be stopped.
If we don't believe in the system is going to fall apart. If there were any truth to any of the things that Donnie was saying, my goodness, we would have seen it by now. This thing has been investigated up one side and down the other. Every vote looked at. There's no ambiguity here. He lost.
Wow, Mike Lindell.
Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell needs to shove one of those pillows up his ass until it reaches his tonsils.
I was going to say he's probably got it hidden under his pillow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the crazies that he listened to, including Rudy Giuliani, who is just has risen as the cream of the crop of crazies, flat ass lunatics, traitors to this country, willing to do anything for his God. That's who Rudy Giuliani has shown himself to be, a disgusting
Well, they're all
little
bootlickers, and
yes,
let the bootlickers
ass
lick his
lickers,
boots.
baby. Let's don't. They're way above the boot. They got their tongue straight up his butt. And the sad thing is, he shits on them, and they just eat it. I mean, look what everybody that has testified, everybody that has ever come out and said a word against him at all. Well, they're terrible. Those terrible people. They're just haters, or they.
He's Teflon man. He won't let anything stick. It's just no.
But just
not me.
How long can that go on? And
well, here's the thing. It's gone on for what? Almost 6 years now.
Yeah. That's how long.
Well, his whole life, actually, but 6 years that he's been a politician situation. But yeah,
that he's been selling that shit, and they've been there. Ardessa, how are you, baby? Are you with us?
Yep, I'm with you.
How is Dan, by the way?
He's still in the nursing home, but he might be coming home the end of the week.
Hey, there you go.
Goodness.
Outstanding. We'll give him our best when you see him.
Will do.
All right, baby. And Catman 56, you make it in here, Keith?
Hello, everybody.
Now remind me where you're from, Keith.
Minneapolis,
shut
Minnesota.
up.
And I'm sweating my ass off.
Are you? Are you?
I'm freezing.
Quit your bitching.
Hot up here. It's very hot up here.
Yes, there's a heat dome building, and yeah, y'all getting a taste of what we live with all the time down here. Hot.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I've been listening to the family
Right.
for several days, and I came up with like 3 points. If you would bear with me.
You have the floor.
We are living in Europe, 1932 to 1945.
Oh, I can see the comparison, buddy.
Okay.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
The next thing is American jobs. When we went to war, WW2, and we came together and built Liberty ships and everything, we can do that for green energy and save the planet.
Indeed. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Sure can.
The last point I would
Goodness.
like to make, if y'all bear with me,
Go ahead.
this asshole who wants to put up a weapon and says that he's going to shoot somebody, I will ask him, has he ever heard a 223 or 556 coming at his ass?
I'll answer that question. Probably
Okay.
not.
So I'm done. Thank you for my rant, y'all.
No, you ain't
so
going
much.
anywhere. No,
You're not done.
It is. It's a continuing theme through the Republican Party is to sell that gun idea. Look at how many. I still see Marjorie Taylor Greene's ads where she's blowing up the car that's got the word socialism out there. She's got 50 cal out there. Boom. Let's. It's a common theme within the Republicans.
Yeah, and when somebody is shooting back out there,
they're not too keen on that idea. No,
that's
and it's
my
dangerous.
Marine.
Yes, I know who you are. Hoorah, Semper Fi, my friend. At that come we know it is. It's a weapon of war. The AR-15 is a weapon of war. It was modeled after the M16, and that's what everybody saw. Rambo. Everybody sees all the movies, baby, and it's sold to this country, and it is perpetuated by just fueled by money and greed and politicians and it's just gotten to the point to where it is consuming. When I heard on the Robin Kincaid show when she read that poem, "America is a gun." Man, you talk about a poem that has stuck in my head. America's a gun.
Remember that.
Yes, she gave it. She read it very well, and
It's hard to forget.
yeah, when that keeps running through your mind of what other countries are known for, and what America's. No, we're not the Statue of Liberty country anymore. Shit, give us your poor huddled masses. No, I don't think so. We'll kick your ass out in a minute. Yeah, no, America's a gun, baby, and it's sad that we can't control our own society, that we're not mature enough in this country to take the lead of what we've seen in Europe. You know, I have family in Switzerland, and man, they don't have this shit. They have a lot of guns. You wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
You would not know it because it's not a thing. It's not something that you model your life around. And there's so many people in this country that do, that model their whole existence around the ownership of guns. How many guns they can own. You know.
Got that right.
Here in Minnesota, I went through a class, CCW, what a 9mm could do, what a shotgun can do, and what a AR can do.
Yeah.
And an AR will penetrate that person out the side of your house into the side of your neighbor's house.
Oh, yeah. It goes through several walls, baby. We'll kill everybody in that line. You know, it's
freaking ridiculous.
People don't understand. It's not the size of the bullet. It's the velocity, baby. It's the speed of that bullet. It just puts a shockwave through your body when it goes through you, and it just jellifies everything in there. It just makes it all mush. Don't worry about it. Put a Band-Aid over it. It's you know, this country was founded on the right to protect yourself, a right to bear arms, a right to keep a weapon in your house for protection. You don't know when a bear is going to come through. Well, back in them days, you had to worry about that. But we've replaced the bears now. Now it's just your neighbor. And if you disagree with him, or for whatever fucking reason you want to pull out of your ass, that you need a weapon like that, I feel, you know, I hate to see the society that keeps going in that direction, and what that means, where it leads to, and what's the end result of that. Where everybody, it's saturated that we have guns in this country. Everybody's got a gun. You got a gun, he's got a gun, everybody get in the street, everybody's got a gun. And
doesn't roll back to history, Europe, Germany, Hitler. We're rolling back into.
I'm telling you, when you say a resemblance between 1930s Germany and some of our maggots, yeah, I see a direct correlation in what they're trying to do. You know,
and I'm an African American man, so I got my history too.
Yes,
but you can see it.
It's right there for everybody to see.
They definitely are there.
Yeah,
they're proud of it.
Yeah, some of them.
They're showing it off.
Yeah, you bet your ass. And because it doesn't bother him, because that's what has been allowed. That's what this maggot king has done. He's allowed. He's given freedom to all the little cockroaches that we have spent decades chasing under rocks, chasing them out of the light. Get out of here. Oh, we finally get them under control, and then we have a maggot king come forth, and all of these cockroaches.
They're crawling out from under the rock.
Everywhere, baby. And a lot of them little cockroaches carry little cockroach guns. You know.
Yep.
It's something to fear. So
definitely.
Where's our society go? What direction are we going in, baby? You know.
We need to put a stop to it. Is what we need to do.
We need to make a correction in our society, and
and
I don't know.
Stop talking about it and do it.
I don't know what form that takes. You know,
we need to look more at Star Trek and not slavery track.
Yeah. It's I wonder if we're ever going to get there, Keith, to Star Trek. I want to so bad.
Well, this whole game of game of ping pong, where we set things up to help everyone and lift everyone up out of whatever horribleness they're in gets chopped off and destroyed every time we switch to another party. It's go back
like
and
we have to
undo
start
it.
all over again. It's either they're there to rape it again, or we're there to try to put Band-Aids over everything. This happens every 4 years.
And this time they're really ramping it up and really chopping things down. And it's like, really? Can you not see the correlation there between taking away people's freedoms and making it be whatever you decide is their freedom?
Yeah.
That's fascist.
Mm-mm.
Plain and simple.
The more unhappy people you have, the more crime you're going to have. The more violent crime you're going to have. Because they're lasting out.
Yeah.
Right, but now we've got the double whammy of,
and when everybody's carrying a
the
gun, that
original
lashing out
crime
part
situation that we've set up for eons,
and
now we've got these new crime.
Even after George Floyd, people are upset and not trusting each other anymore.
Yeah.
Jeanette, don't go out and get one then. Stay away from them. Just looking at the chat.
Which one? Third, fourth, or fifth one?
Yeah. Anyway, we have much work to do, baby. As a society, as citizens, we still have a ways to go, baby. I am so concerned. What, the election is 5.5 months away or something like that?
I know it's close.
It's close. And I'm hoping that these hearings is going to have an impact on voter turnout. I hope there's enough people watching.
John, my limited psychic ability is telling me that there's a Mitch Goldstein waiting to say something.
Where's Mitch?
Yeah, I'd like to hear what Mitch has got.
Look at there. My buddy, get Mitch's ass up here. Where's Mitch? Get your buddy in here, Mitch. How's Julie? Let's get the important stuff out of the way. How's Julie?
Julie's okay. She's coming back tomorrow.
Good.
Her dad is back home from the rehab.
Outstanding.
And he's doing okay.
Good.
He's going to need full-time care for the rest of his life, but he's doing as well as he can.
I think he's in good hands, is he not?
If you meet, is my mother-in-law loaded? Is that what you're asking?
No.
Because the answer is yes.
Yeah, well, then good on that count, too.
Stop it, yo.
I was talking about the love, baby, and where he'll find it. Mitch, how are you doing, brother?
I've been a little psychotic. I've been, doing the Mr. Mom thing and trying to just keep business running. We got a raccoon living in the attic, one of our rental properties. I'll tell you, man, you wouldn't think something like that would fuck your day up.
God yes, I will.
Those little motherfuckers, man.
I have had to deal with them before.
I get a call from the tenant, and he's like, I don't want to do anything if they're going to kill the raccoons.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude. I said, those raccoons, they can't just adopt them out.
No.
They carry rabies. They can actually carry the rabies virus for a year before they show symptoms.
Bite your ass. They will.
Definitely they will.
They will. They can get a little vicious sometimes.
And they can destroy your house so that you're living in one little room. You just everything will crumble around you if you let them have it.
No, I'm a big animal lover, but when the decision comes down, and yep.
You picked the wrong fucking house. I'm sorry. I feel terrible.
I do. I feel terrible as I pick your.
Here's why I feel terrible. Because
I give him a burial.
In the city of Pittsburgh, if you are a landlord, you are responsible for keeping the premises "quote unquote" pest free.
You could get sued if you don't.
That's correct.
Yep, that's the world we live in, baby. That's the world we live in. So you have to deal with it. Nobody wants to do it, but there are things that happen every day in life that nobody wants to have to do.
So I know it's a little cruel and lo-fi to do it, but no matter. They will trap them humanely, and they will humanely destroy them. I mean, that's the best that we can hope for. If I actually trapped them and took them outside the city and left them off, I've committed a crime.
Yeah.
See, that's how I've taken the position of I feed them every night. They know They know where their food is. I can sit on my camera that's on the front porch and see them suckers come up every night. And the cats won't even move. Cats are laying right out there. They're done full.
Oh, they
They're
don't give a shit.
No, they don't give a shit. The raccoon just comes by and looks at them. And then they go over
They
there and
don't give a
start eating
shit
the
as
rest
it
of the
is.
food, go wash their hands off and shit. Yeah, we got a family of them here. We've had them forever.
And that's because food magically shows up the next day.
We have created an atmosphere where everybody remains calm. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody gets fed. Nobody's hungry. You know, one happy little farm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to
An
keep everybody.
animal Star Trek kind of a thing. You know,
Yeah, that's kind of.
And Jeanette Miller is
Kinda
right.
that.
Possums are not that bad. They're not disgusting things. They don't carry rabies. They eat up a lot of, like she said. Snakes,
Well, I'm
ticks.
telling you, if you're a raccoon and you're living in the city of Pittsburgh, there's a very, very good chance you have rabies.
Yeah, if
That's
I'm a
a whole
raccoon, I'm not
different-
living in the city, buddy.
Well,
I'm moving.
this is the city, and it's
Yeah.
a different set of rules.
See, y'all got different. Y'all got city raccoons up there. We got country raccoons. That's what the difference is.
Yeah, there is a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, ours
we
are
got
kind of laid
Minnesota
back.
rats right out of the river.
Huh? What?
We got big rats right
Right?
Oh,
the Minnesota River.
Yeah. See, there's a
that's
line.
disgusting.
There's a
Ooh,
line.
rats.
And you can't eat them.
No, not even an excuse for it. Thank you, Mitch
Oh, my
Goldstein,
God.
who just came in with $2 donation. Said, "We love you, Blue Dot family." I second that emotion, brother.
I
do.
third it.
I do. Indeed.
Yep.
You guys are one of the bright spots.
Oh yeah, that's
of
us,
my bleak
Mr.
life.
Sparky Day. Yeah, we're just Mr. Sparkle here.
Yeah.
Ain't it sad? You gotta get a better life if I'm the highlight of your day.
Well,
Shit.
I'll tell you what. If anybody from the Department of Justice is listening to what's going on the floor of Congress right now,
Yeah.
these days, I think the future of America. We keep saying the future of America is all about the election, and I disagree. I believe the future of America is going to depend on what Merrick Garland does next.
That's
Given the information that has come to light in sworn testimony
under
on the
oath.
floor of Congress.
Let me throw this in there.
What's up?
I think the most important thing that can happen is get the youth involved and stop all this voting suppression that the Republicans are doing, because they are killing our voices.
Yep. We need to vote.
I am
be able to
inspired
vote.
a whole lot of times by some of the youth that we have seen enter into the public and political stage. We saw that a lot when after Parkland shooting, when we saw several students out of that school have made their mark in the on the political stage and in public life.
We are
Yes.
blue dots. We understand, but we have to show these young people the differences
Yeah.
between what the Republicans want, brown shirts, or what we want,
Right.
a blue wave.
Well, you know the best
Yep.
way any of us can do that. Take a hint from one of our Blue Dots, Johnny Fly, who made a phone call to
The
his
Fly.
local
That's it,
Johnny
right.
Fly, Johnny
They're
Fly,
right, Jet Fly.
Johnny Fly, who got involved. And next thing you know, he's involved, going to meetings, going to rallies and stuff. He's involved in the campaigns. It opens up a whole other world to you, especially if you think that you're the only one around. Not many Democrats around. Well, go to where they are, and a lot of times that's your Democratic headquarters. So call them. And like I said, some people don't want to knock on doors. That's fine. There are other tasks that we could do to assist in elections this year, and the bravery that we saw out of Shay and Lady Ruby should be an inspiration.
Oh yeah,
to all
they
of us.
were. They were
Yes.
something. They were really compelling.
They were doing
all the
what
stuff they've gone through.
outstanding citizens do. They were standing up
Yep.
and assisting their state, their county, their district in the political process, and
Yep.
and we should be proud of people like that.
Yep. And the Republicans should be so ashamed of themselves.
They should. They should.
They should.
You know, they have an
It's their
opportunity
fault.
as this thing goes on, but it's like Mitch says, and I agree with what Mitch just said. The real test is not in 24; it's now. It's what Merrick Garland.
Oh yeah.
He should step up because, like I say, we all see this. Everybody's seeing it. We know what's happening, and we know he broke the law. We know he did it intentionally. We know he knew. So
We know he's not alone.
If there's no consequence for that, then what does that say to everybody else? Just knock yourself out, do whatever you want. Who cares?
Yep.
Everything's free game. No, we can't let that happen. So yeah, I'm on the same page Mitch is. I want to see what Merrick Garland's going to do. I want to see because the next hearing on Thursday is going to be about the Department of Justice and Trump's attempt to get his greasy fingers in there, to try to get the Department of Justice to proclaim things were afoul. You know, we're going to see more
There's
evidence of
that
this shit.
old term us military people would use: fight fire with fire.
It's what we have to do, buddy. We have to adapt,
Yes, we do.
overcome, and move forward as a country. That's what we need to do. We've seen what is in front of us. If we do not make this correction now, bet your ass in 24, it's not over, baby. It's not over. Unless this is put to rest definitively. You know? And what process that takes, I don't know.
Sticking a thumb up our butts, and
Well-
it's time we start shoving it back up theirs.
There you go. Were you going to say, Mitch?
Okay. Well, there's that angle. Then I think really the only alternative that we have that has any direct impact is coming out in massive numbers for the midterms. There's still some primaries remaining. To come out in numbers that are so massive that there's no way that they can cheat.
Absolutely.
It's really the only thing we can do to guarantee keeping the Republicans from acquiring power. Then we have problem number 2, which is holding what's left of the Democratic Party accountable for the fiasco that they're now engendering with their weak leadership and their inability to get our agenda through. They kind of laid down and died when faced with 3 pretty rotten Supreme Court nominees. The Republicans would never have let those nominees through, and the Democrats could not muster the will to reject them.
We do have to stand up a little more forceful. The Republicans are real good at that. They don't really give a shit about the rules or anything else. They're just, and they all get on the same page.
Yeah.
We sometimes in the Democratic Party form a circular firing squad, and we pick
Yeah,
off
we need
each
to be
other.
together.
Yes, yeah. There's no that doesn't happen in the Republican Party. They pick a guy. Once the guy's picked, boom, everybody's on the page. We're moving forward. And the Democratic Party, not so much. Not so much.
Yep.
And then, oh Lord, it doesn't matter what you're talking about in any. Yeah, I'm dealing with the same thing. Shit, you can't please everybody. You know, fuck.
No.
Let that come in my head. Anyway.
The point is, I think, John, is that we all have kind of the same vision of I am my brother's keeper. Your voice is appreciated because you are bringing a lot of people together with the same views. So thank you for that, bro.
Thank you for that, bro. Thank you. I'm having a rough time, buddy. It's, I so encourage anybody that is so inclined to use their voice. there's going to be a price, and sometimes you're surprised at where it comes from.
I'm a black
But
man.
it's worth it.
I'm a black man in Minnesota. Okay, well, mostly black. But I'm reaching out to a friend, to someone that I can write
A brother.
to in Texas.
In Texas, who would have figured that shit out? Guy wears a cowboy hat. You see that, Cracker? I don't. What the fuck?
Freaking Navy boy. I'm Marine. But you know what?
We share common.
We are of the same.
We are of the same blood, my friend. We are of the same
Yes,
frame of
we
mind.
are.
This democracy, this country is worth fighting for. We both put our names on
Yes,
it.
it
Mitch
is.
too. Signed up for that shit, baby. We ain't giving up
Oh
on
yeah.
it. Took an oath, all of us.
signed up for.
We'll keep fighting in our own way. We'll try to keep rallying our side. You know, instead of guns, I prefer to hold my pom-poms up and cheer the crowd on. Let's go, boys. You know,
If we need to make sure they know it's important to vote, that it's more important than ever to everybody
it is.
vote.
It is, because when Democrats come out to vote, we win.
We win.
We win.
Yes, we do.
With there's no little margin here, by a landslide,
know.
when people are involved, and that's
I
what
mean,
I'm hoping
look
is
at how
going to
much
come out of
Biden
this.
won by.
I cannot wait.
He won by big.
I cannot wait. Well, that depends on how you look at it. In the Electoral College, he did not win big.
No, not the
He
electoral
No.
college. I
barely
meant
won the
vote.
Electoral College. Lest we forget.
Yeah,
And,
I haven't forgotten.
There's something.
I'm really looking forward to John Fetterman for Senate for Pennsylvania. Someone who comes from my county, 2 towns over in
Indeed.
Braddock, Pennsylvania, is going to kick the living shit out of that lying, cheating, scumbag, con man, Dr. Oz.
Mr.
Oh,
we are
yeah.
Get a
gonna
gun
put that
to
baby to
protect you
bed.
from an overbearing government. That line right there killed me on that guy.
And
Dr.
now,
Oz, I just want to
this
just go slap.
probably the second most progressive senator in the United States Senate is going to be from my Commonwealth, John Fetterman.
A lot of people
That's
are
right.
banking on Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is one of those states that's highly in the public eye. You
There are a
know,
lot of fucking morons here, John.
buddy, I live in Texas. What are you telling me? You know,
No, well, I expect them to
Open
live
the
did
in
you see the
Texas.
story
That's
about the
different.
Republican,
Texas.
the Texas Republican Party here lately? Yellow Jorge tire biter. Yeah, look at just my Republican platform down here. We deny the election. Joe Biden's a little. They've gone slap ass nuts, and they're an embarrassment to my state. There's not a peanut amongst any of the brains down there. I mean,
I don't know,
you
John. The whole idea of seceding used to bother me, but then again, if you guys secede, we get rid of Ted Cruz. So I'm going to have to think about it.
Ah, come on. Yes, that's a big thing here in Texas. This is what kills me, because seceding from the
Ted
union
Cruz?
has always been a thing down here in Texas, because there's something in the Texas document or something somewhere that gives Texas the right to remove themselves. Anyway, it's bullshit. But this is what kills me in Texas, and you see it all the time. You see a pickup truck go down the street. There it is, baby. One side of the truck, they got that big old American flag on the other side over there. Just go. And then the other side, they got a little sign over there that says secede. Really? You freaking
It
moron.
doesn't make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's an oxymoron, as a matter of fact. Are you shitting me? Anybody in this state who thinks Texas ought to secede from the union, please move your ass out of my country. You don't get the concept. You've lost the whole fucking idea of what America is. It sickens me. It really does, and you see it around here all the time, and it's nothing but pure ignorance. I love America, but
Yeah.
I'll leave it in a heartbeat. You know, it's
They're idiots.
yes,
John.
yes.
To put it nicely.
Okay, from this mostly black guy in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm watching what's happening in Texas and asking myself,
I'm sorry, brother.
what the hell is going on?
I'm sorry, brother. I'm doing my best down here, Keith. I come out every 3 times a week with the pom-poms out here,
8:30 is here.
Huh? What's that, Mitch?
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I left my mic on.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Holler anytime you
He's
want.
talking to the dog.
Gives me time to
Talking
thank
to my
Ungato.
son.
I want to thank Ungato for coming in with $10 and said the January 6th committee is validation. Voting rights is the cornerstone of our democracy. Go Navy. We love our veteran community. Ungato, thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate it. Indeed.
Well said.
Well said indeed. There we go. Oh man.
Okay, go Navy.
Go Navy,
You guys
baby.
are good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. I got a Navy family and all this. Navy traditions in my family. But my brother was a Marine now. You know that, Keith. And I honor him every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
My family's been Air Force, so a lot of Air Force in my family.
My brother, Force Recon Marine Corps, Vietnam, 68, 69. You can imagine every horror story that implies that he has lived through, and so I honor my brother every day, and he still lives. Unfortunately, he still lives a lot of that in his head, and it has affected him his whole life.
That's too bad.
Yes, yeah, but we owe a great debt to our veterans. We really do, and we could do better. We could do better. And let me thank Mage Prime STEM Realm, who came in with $5 and said, if these traitors don't go to jail, this country is in huge trouble. Allies, you need to vote en masse. As an Air Force vet, they are dangerous and evil. They are a continuing threat. Thank you, Mage Prime STEM Realm. We appreciate it tremendously. Yes, they are a continuing threat. And that's what Judge Leggett the other night was telling us. A Republican, an honored Republican judge, is sitting up there telling the American people that this is a continuing threat. This is not over. This is a clear and present threat to our democracy. What we're watching right now, what we watched this weekend in Tennessee, it's bullshit. But every day we see crowds around. We've seen a lot of people at that Faith and Freedom conference they had. It saddens me to see that many people conned enough to turn their back on this country and what it means to be an American and what our democracy means. The mere survival of this country stands a testament to what man is possible. Not that we have achieved everything. We are still in a continuing struggle from the founding of our country and before to still strive to bring equality, to bring a government of the people, for the people, by the people. Because we still struggle it, because every day there's some worm that sneaks in, baby. And this time a big snake did. Huh? I just think
history is repeating itself.
And if we can see that, then we need to stand up, because we can't let that happen. Because and what Keith is alluding to is if given the chance, could Trump become another Hitler of history? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, he could.
Most of it.
Thank you, John.
He could be worse, actually.
He was willing to turn weapons on crowds in front of the White House. Oh, protesters, I'd just shoot them.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hey, you know what? Now they have nukes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he could be worse.
All we have to do is look at the violence that his campaign, his rhetoric has caused already. We saw part of it today in the hearings. When poll workers and elected officials have to fear for their lives within their own home because of the actions of a criminal president.
Yep.
who can rally a mob. And once you rally the mob, baby, it's hard to get them to stop, man. Look what happened on January 6th when he did it. You know, if they would have gotten hold of Mike Pence, they would have hanged him. If they would have gotten hold of Nancy Pelosi, they would have killed her. Beat her to death in the hallways of Congress, baby. That's what we would have seen. We're thankful it didn't end that way. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by and joining us tonight. Miss Chick, thank you very much for stepping in, baby. I appreciate that tremendously.
You're welcome anytime, John.
Well, enjoyed the conversation. And David, thanks for jumping in, brother. We appreciate it. Always enjoy the conversation.
Always a pleasure, John.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And Bellica.
Hey.
Hugs, baby.
Hugs.
Thank you for coming in. I so appreciate you.
It's my pleasure. It was an honor.
You calm the beast in me, darling. I appreciate it. Thank you. You always make me a little more mellow. And Ardessa.
Yes.
Take care, Dan. I hope he comes home this week. And,
yes,
and maybe by next meeting that we'll hear all the good news about how Dan's doing home.
Oh, John, they're reminding us. Send the reminder to roll the credits.
Oh yeah, don't forget that.
I was gonna do it. I didn't forget. I was having a dramatic pause. Yeah, that's a ticket. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. If I'm looking over here, I'd probably roll back after, and there it is, Martha Olivera credits. There's somebody else with the credits. Yeah, if sometimes this goes, and if I'm looking here, then the check goes. Never mind.
You got friends, John.
I do indeed. And I need them, baby. David, thank you for reminding me about that, because we do. We want to honor our Patreon members as much as we can. And look at there, Bond 43 just came in with a $5 donation and said, "Keep the faith, baby." Indeed, keep the faith in our country.
Absolutely.
That we can survive this shit. Because if we all come together, we can. Our country has faced trials and tribulations before, baby. Other patriots have stepped forth and saved the day. We can do the same thing. Anyway, Ardessa, give our best to Dan, and we hope
I will do that.
Thank you, baby. And Catman, Keith, hoorah, Semper Fi, buddy.
Yes, sir.
And Semper Fortis.
Okay,
that's for all our Navy friends out there.
You guys are good. Yeah, okay, I admit.
We're pretty fond of you guys too. You know, it's the same team. You know,
yeah, we're all together.
Yeah. It's a long-standing tradition of Marines against the. Never mind. I had a few Marine jokes, but we'll save them for when we're off the air. Anyway, I honor you, my friend, and I honor all those who served, all those who have signed that line, baby.
Thank you, John.
1% of it, and Mitch Goldstein is one of them. So, Mitch, thank you for your service, buddy.
Happy to help.
Happy to help.
I'm right with you, side by side, because we have the same mission.
You know what I tell people when they say thank you for your service? I usually answer with, well, thank you for paying your taxes.
That's a good one.
That's always what I say. When people say thank you for your service, I always say, well, thank you for paying your taxes, baby. I appreciate
you just
that.
say you're welcome.
Made my paycheck. You know, saved my life a few times. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Mitch, thank you so much for coming in, brother. We appreciate it tremendously. Tell Julie, give them my best, and hope to see we'll see y'all soon, buddy. Anyway.
Yep.
To the rest of our Blue Dot family.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out soon.
Good.
Hello.
Good.
And love from Minnesota.
Spread it around, baby.
Y'all.
To our Blue Dot family on YouTube, on Facebook, thank you so much for coming in and participating in this. Your mere presence here shows you're inclined to be involved in this democracy. That's the biggest thing you can do, baby. Your voice, your vote are the things that matter in this country. So make them count, baby. Stand up, stick your chest out there and say, yep, I'm here to participate, baby. Anyway, take care of yourself. Do the best thing I always say. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on somebody else's face. It makes the day try to go by a little bit better. Besides that, you need it. You need it in your life.
Kind to someone.
Yeah, be kind to somebody. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. And right before we run out the door, I want to thank Nita Parker who just came in with a $5 donation and said, if we give them an inch, they will take a mile. We cannot let anyone off, especially not Donnie. They will keep doing it. Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
We deal with it now, or we're going to deal with it later. Pay me now, pay me later.
It's going to be much more difficult later.
Except the interest is going to compound. It's going to be much more difficult later. So let's take care of our business
right
now.
With the freaking Donnie.
When you're presented with evidence of a crime, you prosecute. They would do it to us. They would do it to anybody else. Let's do it to him. Anyway.
They've proven it.
In my book, the evidence is here. They're piling on now.
What does a leech do? It eats you from the inside
sucks the blood out of you, baby.
and out, and sucks the blood out of you. That's what
Trump is.
Putin and they are doing to us. That's what's happening.
If Donnie had his way, the model is Putin. That is the model.
Oh.
President for life, baby. That's what Donnie wants. And to turn this all into us drinking vodka and saying, comrade, he'd do it in a heartbeat. He'd sell this country out in a minute. Money, baby, it is. Paula's right. Trump is trash. Anyway, Maria Betancourt, love you for being here. Sister fucking Stein, thank you. Paula, Johnny Fly, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it tremendously. I got to go see Mama. I still live here. I still got to be. Oh, shit, I'm late. Anyway, I love y'all. Take care of yourself. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Loves and hugs.
Lots of hugs. Y'all take care. We will be back here Thursday night after the next hearings, which will be about the Department of Justice. So I am sure the conversation will be had. And until then.
And that'll be at 3 p.m.
That'll be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not going anywhere. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube, on Facebook. I'm trying to figure out a way to do TikTok Live. I want to do the TikTok Live, but the problem is we don't have the voice thing. We're trying to work out the logistics of how we could just go ahead and put it up there and ad lib. We'll do something.
You'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Keep the word going and everything. I love y'all very much, and thank you so much for supporting this show. It means so much to me right now, and believe me, I need it. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you later.
John, the respect is going back to you, okay? Just know that.
Keep it floating, brother. We'll just keep passing it all around. Everybody needs a little more love. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see you later.